Well, hey there, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of This Old Back. I'm only serious. It's another perfect day in God's country. It's actually the same day as the last video I made. I was outside getting ready. I was going to do some painting on the trim today, and I was walking around making y'all a video, and it started snowing. And it got cold, and the laptop got all wet. And it had a bunch of snow on it, and I'll be dipped. It froze up as I was walking around. Froze. My laptop froze. And in this particular case, I literally mean it froze. So, I did scrape a couple of windows out on the outside of the house, so they'll be ready for some fresh white paint. I stood there in the snow and sleet and did some scraping, because the rain and snow and slush ain't gonna keep me from scraping. It just is not very good for painting. So excuse my cough. Y'all probably hear my lungs when I make my videos and go, oh, Lucky Man just smokes too much. He's tearing up his lungs. Well, I'm willing to bet, just speculating here, that I've done more damage to my lungs over the years farting around in these old houses than I have with the Marlboros. I mean, I don't know. The Marlboros are no good. Youngins, never do it. Never even take a puff. If you do, it's going to taste like crap anyway. Only an idiot would keep smoking. Sorry to all my idiot friends that still smoke like me. It ain't easy being cool, is it? Didn't turn out so dang easy. Now we can't breathe like the rest of y'all. Whatever. What the hell? Don't smoke, youngins. Lucky don't make smoking look cool, because it ain't cool. But in all seriousness, if you look at these walls over here, they're covered in that kind of black mold stuff. Although Lucky been around a lot of mold, because I buy a lot of these old houses. And keep in mind, like this particular one here, it's probably been 15 years since anybody lived in this house. So it was just closed up and sitting here through all the seasons. So this, at least in my humble opinion, hope I'm right, is not the same as the real dangerous, hazardous black mold that people tell you about, and it grows like wildfire and it spreads, and they'll tell you there's no way to get rid of it. You got to bulldoze the house. That's wrong too, because I have dealt with that stuff. But this over here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, I got chased inside by the weather. So I'm upstairs, and over here, I surely did not do that. This is the worst drywall job I've ever seen in my life. However, he did take the time to sand all them joints, and it's all sanded. And as you can see, it looks like crap. So I'm going to slap some white paint on these newly drywalled walls to give it a much cleaner look up here. And that paint, I expect that paint to go a long ways. If you look here, you can see the speckles of the mold. And of course, that there kind of black moldish. I guess it is black mold. It's black and it's mold, but that particular pieces wouldn't come off. However, when you just simply assess it and go, well, this house has been sitting here for 15 years, it doesn't really have a mold issue. There's just a couple spots where there's some mildewy stuff. And if you wonder why I was hacking my lungs off, because I just took a big old push broom and did all the walls up here and knocked all that mold and stuff off the walls. A lot of it just came right off. And so it was all blowing around up here, and I was hacking my lungs out. And so that's when I got to thinking, probably done a lot more damage over the years breathing this garbage than this garbage. But it's all garbage, none the same. Well, I had a good time last night. I got some Rasta Buddy friends into that reggae music and stuff, and they called me up and said, hey, Lucky, come on over, man. I said, what are y'all doing? They said, well, we're probably going to make a little music. I said, that sounds good. And they said, most importantly, though, we're going to spend a lot of time praising the Most High. So I showed up there higher than all them some bitches, but none of them noticed. It was weird. But anyway, we had a good time. And so, yeah, I got chased in the house, folks. It's too wet, damp, and cold to paint outside. So we're going to be in here painting this, but there's always cool stuff when you get one of these old houses. And look at this old gem. A lot of you don't know what that is. All you younger ladies and stuff, like Faith. Faith is probably looking at this going, nice coffee table, Lucky. Hey, that ain't no coffee table. in the 70s and 60s, everything that people owned was cool. In the 70s, everything you owned was cool. So while that may look like your average coffee table, that's a turntable and an 8-track player and a cassette player with speakers built in. And it even comes fully loaded with 8 tracks. Conway Twitty. Here's the little thing to put on the turntable to play the 45. The Statler Brothers. All right. What else we got in here? Dr. Hook and the best of Don Williams. Hey, can't go wrong there. Eddie Rabbit. Well, of course. What stereo system from the 70s would be complete without an Eddie Rabbit 8-track? I love a rainy night, love a rainy night. I love to hear the thunder, watch the lightning as it lights up the sky. Right? Gotta have some Eddie Rabbit in the old cool 70s stereo system. I wish I had somewhere to keep that thing, or I would keep it. For now, it's going to stay here in the house. But as I go through a house like this, you know, there's always neat stuff. This one doesn't have much in it. It's pretty cleaned out. But there's some cool stuff. The old weight bench over there with a bunch of weights and stuff. I won't never use that. I already told y'all, working out is for lazy people now. It's almost stupid if you think about it. You want to talk about pissing away some energy, hey? You got that much energy, why don't you come help me paint? You get a good workout and we'll get some shit done. Good God, y'all. I mean, do I go fill up my truck and then tell my wife, hey, I'm going to go drive around the block 13, 14 times, burn off some of this extra gas? That's what working out is, folks. Hey, I ate a lot of food. I'm going to go piss away all my energy on something. Well, why don't you just build something or do something or fix something? Gosh dang it. Guys down there at the gym working out all day, and they got their car at the mechanic shop. And they got some crew out back building them a pole barn. Well, god dang, do your own shit. You wouldn't have to work out, son bitch. I'm only serious, folks. Don't pay no attention to me. Listen, I got some white paint over here that I'm getting ready to slap around inside. And I'm going to keep on making videos so y'all get to see the house come to life along the way. So that's about it. Thought I'd show you the stereo too. But yeah, there's always cool stuff in these old houses. Oh, I even found something for my boy. I don't know, remote control car, and they even have the remote for it. My son will be happy with that, hey? Oh, most importantly, like every good quality, this is why you buy old houses, folks. Because it came with an ashtray. Yeah. Talk about efficient, folks. Lucky is the epitome of efficiency. I got me a free ashtray with this house. That's what I call a smart purchase. Ask yourself, who can I help today? Most importantly, stay true, y'all.